Hey guys, this is Disha. Today I have a slightly serious topic that I want to discuss, and it has risen to prominence in recent times, but it's a very sensitive issue, and so I have included links to helpline numbers in the description below. Henry David Thoreau said, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation." It's a profound line that describes aptly the lives of most people today. Words like depression and anxiety have become extremely common in our conversations, and the rate at which they are being mentioned keeps increasing daily. Especially in a country like India, which has become the most depressed country in the world, mental health remains dismally under-discussed. In the last 3 decades, mental disorder cases have doubled, anxiety and depression being the most common conditions. In a report on July 28, 2020, 43% of Indians were suffering from depression. And yet, talking about mental illness is considered a great taboo in our country. Depression is the largest contributor to global disability, with 7.5% of the world being afflicted by this condition. As you can see in the picture, countries such as India, US, France, and the Netherlands have some of the highest rates of depression in the world. And for many, this illness remains untreated, leading some to take extreme measures like suicide to escape their misery. Over 8 lakh people die by suicide every year. It is the second most leading cause of death in 15 to 29-year-olds. And even here, India is one of the countries with the highest rates of suicide. This problem also seems to be disproportionately affecting the youth. As you can see in this graph, age groups between 16 to 19 and 20 to 21 are some of the most depressed people in the world, and the rates of depression have steadily increased as the years passed. And yet, so few seem to really understand what depression is. What exactly is it? Is it just sadness? Or is it something more? We have all experienced sadness. Losing a loved one, a broken heart, or even watching a somber movie can make us sad. And even though many use the terms sad and depressed interchangeably, depression is much more than that. When someone is sad, they might express emotions through crying. They might spend some time alone. But they can maintain regular eating and sleeping patterns. They can even participate in regular activities like work and school. And the feelings ebb over time. But depression is something more insidious. They might experience unusual feelings of sadness, anxiety, anger, guilt, and even hopelessness. They might even move slowly compared to before, and sometimes even become agitated and restless. They might either sleep too little or sleep too much. They might even lose interest in activities that they used to love doing before. And sometimes, many even take the extreme step of self-harm or suicide. The key differences are the feelings of worthlessness and self-loathing, suicidal ideation, and most importantly, that these symptoms persist for longer than 2 weeks. What causes depression? It can be different for different people. It could be a major life event like moving for work, marriage, childbirth. It could be a history or continued abuse. It could be because of a serious illness such as cancer. It could be due to interpersonal issues such as a broken relationship or lost friends. Some people might even have a genetic tendency to have depression. Substance abuse and alcoholism have constantly been linked to higher rates of depression. Death or separation from someone could also trigger depression, and grief accompanied with depression often persists longer. Even some types of medication have depression as a side effect. Whether it is stress from school, work, a broken heart, or the pressures of social media, depression can affect anyone. It is often accompanied by thoughts like, "I don't deserve help," "My misery will never end," or that "I'm a burden to everyone in my life." Depressive thoughts can draw you deeper into the depths with an almost irresistible force. It makes you turn the blame for everything on yourself, even the failures of others. But even if you make a small mistake, it leads you to thoughts of worthlessness. It can be easy, even tempting to allow yourself to sink into the darkness. Depression seeks to isolate you, to color every happy moment and every happy memory you had a numbing grey. But you must resist. Whenever such a thought dares to enter your mind, you must stop it. Despite what your depression may have you believe, there is hope. The world is far more vast and beautiful and grand than you can imagine. Just the fact that you're alive to experience it is a miracle in itself. You will miss out on all this and more if you stop your journey prematurely. You owe it to your future self to pull through this. Depression is treatable. It's the most treatable mental illness in existence. There is an end to your misery, and you deserve to get past this. And in order to do so, you must start with the basics. Even these things might seem difficult for you, but you must try. Try to go to bed and wake up at a designated time. Your friends and loved ones value you and want you in their lives. Talk to them. Even just send a text. They will be happy to have heard from you. Make a schedule you think you can manage and check off things that you complete. It will give you a sense of satisfaction no matter how small. A healthy body improves your mental health. So remember to treat yourself well and eat nutritious food. Get out, go for a run, get some sunshine. Make your mind your friend through mindfulness and meditation. And please, don't fall in the trap of telling yourself your problems are too little. Talk to a therapist. They might offer counseling or psychotherapy, and some might even prescribe pills on a temporary basis to help you cope and get better results through therapy. And for those who might have a loved one who could be suffering from depression, remember, depression is an illness, not a character weakness. One cannot just snap out of it. It takes time and perseverance to overcome. If you know someone with depression, encourage them to seek therapy. Help them exercise. Go out on a walk with them. Assure them that you will be and want to be with them. Remember to take care of yourself and those who encounter in your life. Who knows what they could be going through? Just a kind smile or even a small hello might lift the mood of someone and prevent them from taking drastic steps. I have provided some links in the description. You can find resources to learn more about depression, have a questionnaire to know if what you're experiencing is depression, info about living with someone with depression, some helpline numbers including suicide hotlines, and certain apps that I have used personally and have found good, some meditation apps, some exercise apps that help you keep track of what you have achieved, and some nutrition apps to help you keep track of eating healthy. Remember to be kind to yourself, guys. Take care and stay tuned for the next quick take. Bye.